Martial arts is become a way of life for my children, for my family. It was always instilled to them as a way of life. It wasn't a choice or a recreation because the values and the benefits of the martial arts we felt were life skills.
This became part of our daily routine, something that we didn't question. After school, we come home, and then we go to train.
Martial arts is something that is in my family's roots. My parents are both martial artists.
We really try and do everything together. We're very close. We genuinely love to hang out with each other.
Right after graduation, that's when I started training for MMA, and I took my amateur fights as soon as I turned 18.
Oh my God.
Here in Hawaii, I had 3, and then turned professional after that.
Making her one championship debut from United MMA, Angela Lee!
Oh, that great takedown. Yeah, and that's Angela Lee. This fight brought to you by Kawasaki. There for the doubling again. Nice roll by Angela.
Looks like now she might have a choke. Looks like for this thing, she had set up the twister here, Steve. By a twister, Angela Lee! That's a big back suplex. Looks like it's kind of a neck crank.
It's a neck crank. It's not underneath that chair, but she's tapped out. Crank in the neck did it. She had the figure four. And this is for the inaugural One Championship Atomweight World Title. Brought to you by G-Shot. She needed to be.
Angela, in just 1 calendar year, had gone on a 5-fight submission streak, taking out the top contenders at atomweight and snatching herself the first twisted submission in One Championship history. Perhaps even more unbelievably, by her 6th fight in the organization, and as a pro, she would get a grueling unanimous decision win over the crafty Japanese veteran Mei Yamaguchi, becoming the inaugural atomweight world champion. Angela would then prove it wasn't a fluke by defending her title 2 more times in the following year. And for those that were following the sport closely during this time, Angela had quickly become one of the stars of the organization. To round off 2017, Angela would be scheduled to face Mei Yamaguchi in a rematch, and Angela was looking to put on a show.
It's a dream that almost ended when Angela fell asleep while driving back in November.
A single car accident in Mililani that left Lee with a concussion and other injuries.
After a horrifying near-death experience, Angela would take over a year, not to physically recover, but to mentally. And it's no wonder why. Life can feel so abstract, so deliberate, and it's those brushes with mortality that expose so many fissures within our souls, undiscovered darknesses that need time and love to heal. In that place of quiet reflection, Angela rekindled a fire inside of her that promised to see a better, stronger, and more positive athlete on the other side of it. And all that was left to do was to manifest that energy inside the circle of one.
The moments before, and Angela Lee back. There's nothing quite like it. This one brought to you by Craig. The stomach, go the ribs. Expect the hands will fall, then go the head for the knockout. Angela presses her against the cage.
Judges have scored this bout in favor of your winner, a unanimous decision.
Upon her return, she would dispel any notion that the crash had affected her physically by dispatching Mei Yamaguchi in a dominant performance. But just defending her belt wasn't what was on her mind. Angela wanted her comeback to be legendary, and so set her sight on One Championship history, becoming the first ever female 2-division simultaneous world champ. Standing in her way of this lofty goal was a devastating force in her own right, Zhongjing Nang, the violent finisher who had only 1 blemish on her record and had claimed the inaugural strawweight championship a year prior. The opponent didn't matter though. Lee felt she was destined for greatness. It's just, the universe doesn't exactly work that way.
Angela's hurt! The body shot hurt her! The punching panda! Angela's in trouble! It's over! It's Chongqing-nan!
Zhang had etched away the 0 in Angela's record, something many felt wouldn't happen for a very long time. Angela, undeterred by the loss, felt that a rematch could be earned by sprinting headlong into the #1 contender at Zhang's weight class.
Takedown early on from Nicolini. You know she wants to get Angela down. Big bridge by Angela Lee. And it just slips out of it.
Unanimous decision from the corner, Michelle.
Angela wasn't one to sit back and lament. 2 losses in a row after being undefeated for so many years is surely devastating, but Angela was fighting in a higher weight class and was trying to push the boundaries for women's MMA. It was nothing to be scoffed at. Angela was still the champion at atomweight, and one championship had the perfect opponent in mind for a 4th defense. Chongqing Nan, who had now demanded her own chance for a 2nd belt. The rematch was booked, and it was promised to be fireworks. At just the age of 16.
Hi, I'm Victoria Lee.
Victoria is so talented, and I cannot wait for you guys to see what skills she has when she makes her debut.
I would like the world to see me as someone who is an authentic person, and hopefully that anyone else who wants to pursue their passion just jumps on any opportunity that they can get. Hopefully I can be relatable to people and show that whatever they want to achieve is not so far out of reach if only you have the right people around you.
Hey Sprout, I am so excited for you. I'm so proud of you and all the work that you've been putting in. I know you're going to do amazing. I love you so much.
Back to your point. The series to see some plans to do. Nice straight line punches early on from Victoria. Towers over her by 11 centimetres. Right hand to the jaw. Shin very high on the finish way.
What compliment do people give you the most?
I don't know. Oh man, those live interviews are still really hard.
Out of her corner to Victoria Lee, wasting no time and engaging, and a takedown from. She wants to take the arm home to Hawaii. She gets it, Victoria.
I'm still getting used to this whole process, but it's more familiar to me now. This is just the fun part, so.
Only 17 years old.
She might want to try to wizard kick, but that's what happens. Those hands locked,
She moved above the right eye. Referee says no more.
Victoria, the prodigy.
Victoria would take the atomweight division by storm. 3 beautiful finishes within just 1 year. The youngest ever athlete to fight for one championship. And not only had she proven that she could hang in a professional organization, she also showed that, like her brother and sister before her, she could dominate. After her final win at the tail end of the year, she would announce that she would be taking some time off to focus on her studies and to graduate. Coming back to Angela, one would announce a very exciting atomweight Grand Prix that would take place over the entirety of 2021. It featured some big names, such as former Ryzen and UFC fighter Seo Hee Ham, wrestling phenom Britu Fogart, and perhaps the biggest prospect, Stamp Fairtex, the former One Championship kickboxing and Muay Thai world champion, who was making an historic run to become a 3-sport world champion. Standing in her way was a 3-stage Grand Prix. Angela would sit back, anticipating the birth of her first child, and from the sidelines would see the rise of not only her younger sister, but also her next opponent.
To take Stamp down, Stamp shrugs her off and keeps distance for the strikes.
Stamp is very dangerous inside next. Yeah, Ritsu uses him just as a disguise for that shot. There she goes. She gets that single leg. Now she's in the open. Let's see what she can do here. Stamp's trying to jump onto the back.
Stamp Ring champion, Stamp.z will take on Angela Lee.
Stamped through blood and sweat, would crawl her way to the top of a third sport in a grueling year-long atomweight Grand Prix, and hoisting that belt over her head, would beckon the Queen to return to the sport and to defend her throne. But after so long away from the sport, and now a mother, many questioned whether Angela would be the same dominant force inside the circle. Well, there was only one way to answer that question, and after 29 months since her last fight, Angela would drape the belt back over her shoulder, back to cement her legacy as the atomweight queen.
Like, I can't wait to go out there and prove to everyone and show to everyone, you know, just what I can do now.
This is where Stamp does a lot of good work, utilizing the elbows and the knees. A kiss on Stamp. Oh! Angela's been hurt to the body before. Stamp's jumping on her.
Here it comes! Here it comes! No! Angela survived! But she's hurt! Oh, Angela Lee!
Oh, she got that body lock. Stamp was able to utilize that overhead to really get these over in the back.
The time has come! Angela on the back! Can she thunder out?
You know, this is going to be my first fight as a mother, and you know, there's talks about if I'm going to be the same, and you know what, I'm not going to be the same. I'm going to be better.
She's fighting around! Really control. 15 seconds remaining.
Stamp's got to survive.
Is it going to top? No.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Mr. Justin Brown, has called a stop to this contest after 4 minutes and 50 seconds in the second round. By way of rear naked choke.
The undisputed women's atomweight champion of the world.
After almost 3 years away from the sport, Angela would make a triumphant comeback, upsetting bids for Stamp to become a 3-sport world champion. Her resilience put on full display by coming back to win after almost being finished in the first round. With the victory, it was fairly obvious what was next for her. The trilogy everyone wanted to see, and a second chance at becoming a simultaneous 2-division champion.
These are two of the best female martial arts on the planet, and there's genuine bad blood between them. They just have a genuine competitive tension, a genuine dislike for each other, and I think that fuels the fire.
我也有我自己的就像我们所说的必杀技一样，然后来对付安吉拉里的一些技术，所以真的希望大家能够期待比赛。
Capturing this second belt has been a goal of mine for many years now.
Despite the fact the fight was incredibly hard fought, Zhang would prove to be the better fighter of the night. Lee was able to show her incredible heart and determination by coming back to win rounds after nearly being finished on a few occasions, but with the loss it seemed that the trilogy was sealed, and Angela's hopes of becoming a 2-division simultaneous world champion were razed to ash and dust. And despite the CEO of ONE feeling that Angela had won the contest, the trilogy had been set in stone, and there was nothing for Angela but to move back down to the division she already ruled over. 2022 drew to a close in the winter months, the Lee family still reigning atop multiple divisions. Angela, despite her hopes for making history being lost momentarily, eyed a return to her original division. Christian stood tall as a double champion, gold and leather draped gloriously upon either side of his shoulders, and the young Victoria, now graduated, was slated for a return fight against Zebra Bueno at the other side of the festive season.
On December 26, 2022, our family experienced something no family should ever have to go through. It is incredibly difficult to say this. Our Victoria passed away. She has gone too soon, and our family has been completely devastated since then. We miss her more than anything in this world. Our family will never be the same. Life will never be the same. Each and every little thing makes me think of you, from the sun rays to the sunset. You taught us to see the beauty in the simple things. You were our bright light, our sunshine, and that will never change. You were perfect in every way, the best person I knew, the most beautiful girl, inside and out. We love you, Victoria. I love you, Sprout, until the end of time. Please give our family grace and respect during this most difficult time. And please, check on your loved ones. Keep checking on them. Give them hugs and tell them how much they mean to you. You just never know.
At this time, we ask that you all be upstanding as we observe a moment of silence to remember and to honor Miss Victoria Lee. From all of us at the One Championship family and the entire martial arts community around the world, we'll miss you, Victoria. May you rest in peace.
Following Victoria's passing, the Lee family would permanently close the doors to their MMA gym, and so naturally the question became, would we actually see them fight again? With such pain, such loss, centered around the sport, so many memories locked inside a gym, each punching bag, 1,000 stories. I'm sure for anyone, even the thought of picking the gloves back up again would be a painful and difficult one. Angela, after 9 months of silence, would release the following statement.
I am Angela Lee Pucci. I'm 26 years old. I am a sister, a daughter, a wife, a mother, a world champion, a fighter, a survivor. This sounds like the start of any other interview that I've given in my past 9 years of being a professional MMA fighter.
Hi, I'm Angela Lee. I'm Angela Lee. This is Angela Lee from One Champion.
But it's not. In 2017, I attempted suicide. This is my fight story. As someone who's in the public eye, and especially someone who is a fighter, often the majority of our adversities are kept hidden. We don't want to show weakness, and we feel the need to portray this image that everything is okay, that life is good, that we are strong. And there are truths to that. But what we feel outside of those moments is never acknowledged. Oftentimes, we are left to face those moments alone, dealing with our own self-doubt, negativity, and dark thoughts, along with the silencing fear of speaking our truth to our family. I've always taken pride in trying my best to be 100% authentic and real. But there is a line that only you can draw between how much you choose to share with the world and how much you choose to keep hidden. It is hard to be transparent. It leaves you feeling vulnerable. My car accident on November 6, 2017 was not an accident. For the longest time, I blocked this out of my mind. It's been 6 years, and although I've done a lot of growing and healing since then, it's still difficult to think about, let alone talk about. Because even after my attempt, I was still too afraid to say what I was feeling. 2017, I was still undefeated, and I got engaged. Life was good, shouldn't it be? I was getting ready for my fight camp. I was in the middle of it. I was 2 weeks out, and I thought that this fight was the most important thing in my life. I didn't want to be a disappointment. Because I survived, it was very difficult to go on and live life as normal because no one knew what had really happened. I did tell one person, my husband, and even then I still felt very alone in dealing with what happened because as much as he loved me and wanted to help me, he just did not understand. I let time do most of the work because as the days passed, things slowly got better. This is what worked for me, and it may or may not work for you. The important thing is you find ways and methods that help make you feel better.
Angela's return to the sport was shrouded in darkness. She was still the atomweight champion, but nothing was on the table. The Lee family gym was still closed, and understandably both her and Christian had yet to announce their comeback. One Championship had scheduled former opponent Stamp Fairtex to take on Co Hee Ham for an interim title in September. When fight week rolled around, it was announced that not only would Angela be there, watching her next opponent scrap it out for a shot at her, but also she was scheduled to make a special announcement inside of the cage, presumably about Fight Story.
Fight Story was created because of my sister Victoria. Our mission at Fight Story is to save lives. And we believe that speaking the truth, advocating awareness, and creating a safe community is what's most important.
Thank you for what you're doing. Now, in the media, you've spoken about a big announcement that you wanted to make here in Singapore.
I'm here today to officially announce my retirement. Tomorrow, I'm going to be officially announcing my retirement. Oh, yeah. And so your fight is going to be for the real belt against Ham. Yeah.
Now the interim has been removed. This will be for the actual atomweight mixed martial arts world championship.
Well, I want to make you so proud. I'm proud already. Proud already. Okay?
By 14, will Stamp become a three-sport world champion, or will Ham fulfill a lifelong dream and capture championship gold?
Ham better be careful with that because Stamp will end up breaking that arm.
I know too much tomorrow. I don't know what happened, but I will have.
Stamp has done her homework on Ham.
I wrote a letter home to all my friends, but it's a letter
I am
that
here
I
today
never sent
so that I can share my story with you. Maybe by hearing this, you can see that this does not have to be the end. There are people who love and care about you. Tomorrow can be a brighter day if you just survive the night. So stay, live to tell your story.
There's a place I know where we can go to hide from all the fist fights. And there's a place I know where we can lie down and hope we don't see headlights. But it won't be the same when I get back to Baltimore.